Welcome to PSGL F4 Round 12 Russia. After last week's race, we saw Irun take the title. And as well, Sauber has the Constructors title as well. But everything hasn't been settled yet. We have Josh, Mr. Grumpy, and Warren Haig all battling for second and third still, as the only drivers. 73, yeah, only drivers that have a chance to be in the top three for the standings. It looks like we are going to be in a dry quali for this session, and Aaron is taking his hot lap now. Hits the DRS line. Excuse me. Hits the braking point perfectly until turns 1 and 2 there. There should be a lot of penalties here tonight. It's so easy to cut corners here. There'll be lots of warnings, lots of penalties. And, the pit strategy should be an easy one-stop tonight. There's not very much tire wear here at this track, but the undercut is so huge at this track. It's about 3.5 to 4 seconds. So that if someone's having trouble passing, since it's very hard to pass at this track, I assume someone's going to try to pop out and try to get the undercut. Hello, Steven. How you doing tonight? Let's see. Aaron's coming through the third sector now. Let's see what the first lap will be put up for tonight. Better camera angle would be nice. Thank you. Comes through the final corner, and Aaron will set a 134.3. Not a bad first lap. Hey, Jake. I expect most of the times tonight to be in the the high 33s and low 34s. Ah. I gotcha, Steven. Oh, you're LFC? Alright, let's head down to... Simo just crossed at a 41. Must have had a little issue with one of the corners. Okay, gotcha. Trying to get the people to their names to, their PSNs for when I stream too. I'll go with this. Yeah, not much different. And Josh with his bright pink helmet. Coming through the third sector now. How's your vacation going so far, Steven? And he's coming to the line now, and he will be second fastest with a 34.3. And Ravers with a 34.0, while we weren't on board with him. Let's see, where's Betrayer at? Betrayer, one of the Mercedes drivers. Ah. Whoa. A little wide there by Betrayer. Yeah, it was ridiculous yesterday. Somebody pit on lap 1 in my race, and they made it to that on the softs. The tire wear is nothing here. But the undercut is worth a lot. Hey, can't go wrong with cheap cocktails. It's been pretty hot here, too, in the States. Taffy's in. Dave was ghosted, so he's not on a lap. Alright, Simo? Yeah, Simo's on a lap. I wish in a new game, I was talking to Ravers the other night in a party, and he's right. when you're doing the commentary during qualifying, it should pop up like purple and green sectors or something on the bottom of the screen, so you know if they're on a good lap or not. Hey, Game Freaker, how's it going tonight? And a dry race, nice. There it is, the curse of Jake again. He's not here, and it's dry again. Yeah, warm weather's not for me either. I get very sick. Actually, I was sick like 5 minutes before I started the stream because it's here in the States. It's 95 degrees, so that's like 34, 35 degrees for you guys. Trying to drink as much Gatorade as I can to stay hydrated. It hasn't rained since Jake's been gone. Bad Jake. Jake the Rain Man Warrior. How bad is the curse, Jake? Does it rain when you go on holiday too? Oh, yeah, sorry, Hig. Add the detail. Ah, Hig on the supers again. Nice. So Hig and Betrayer are the two on the supers. Actually, no problem, Hig. I didn't realize I hadn't done that yet. Good call. Hake switching to the Ultras for his second run. It's not bad. I was going to say, starting on the Supers and switching to the Ultras is probably not a bad thing here. Chemical attacks. Pretty much. I'll go on board with Mr. Grumpy, winner of last week's race. He struggled a bit in the practice session we did, and he went to make a few adjustments, so we'll see how his adjustments pay off. Actually, a couple people were asking for rain today, Jake. Oh, wow. I never noticed the, what do you call it? The roller coaster in the background there before. Alright, Grumpy coming to the final corner to start his most likely the last qualifying attempt. Yeah. I'm not good at either wet or dry races. I mean, I'm slower than everybody, so I bank on people crashing out for me to get my points. Alright, Grumpy into turn 1 and 2. Hugging the inside line pretty well. Very smooth through that corner. Looking pretty tidy so far. It's all good, Jake. We'll look forward to next season. Hopefully you and I could team up again. It was a lot of fun. Teamed up with Joel last week, but he had plans tonight, so he didn't do it tonight. Grumpy coming through the last couple of corners. Or maybe not. Or these are the last couple corners. I've only been on this track yesterday for my race, so don't know any corner names or what sector is what. And Grumpy, oh, second fastest at a 34.2. Hell of a lap, Grumpy. Oh, Miles is retired. Oh, Miles. Yeah, it'd be nice to race. It was fun. Well, I won't say it was fun racing against you, because every race you were in that I was in, you had some sort of wing damage or something. But commentating was fun with you. Deja Vu is put on the supers I've seen. Hi, Venom. It's just like clockwork, man. If it's not in the race, it's in qualifying. Or both. But he was showing decent pace earlier in the race, so you never know. With only 12 drivers here tonight, he does have a good chance to have his first points of the season. You just got to stick with it and don't get frustrated if he has a spin or anything. You know, you never know what may happen. I always drive at the back of the field all day. I was 11th the whole race yesterday, and then 2 people crashed, and I got my points. So, damn, Ravers, 33-8. Ravers did mention earlier in the week he does like this track, so let's see what happens. He could be in the podium. Pit, Simo. Oh, Simo's almost out of fuel. He should have enough, though, to make it. From what I heard, Venom went and threw his F1 disc like a frisbee to see how far it would go. Why does this camera angle always just sit there and not follow the car? Oh, Game Freaker puts it in third. Nice. 34-1. And just got away for Irun. And then Josh retires, and then we're all set. Oh, Aaron's in lane, so he's done too. Yeah, I don't blame you. This game's not very fun when they just didn't care after a while and didn't fix any of the issues. So Deja Vu qualifies on the Supers in 11th, and he will get the start on probably fresh Supers. Oh yeah, for sure, Venom. Or gamingalimonda. Yeah, 6th is still not bad, Haig. Just gotta keep the wing clean tonight and keep the penalties off the boards, and anything could happen. Had one guy last night that had like, I don't know, 26 seconds or something. Ooh, a 2-stop? Really? The tire wear here is not that bad. What? I hope they fix the issues, Jake. They, I mean, we all like to comment that, what is it called? That they're fixing what they have already instead of adding new features to it. So it's promising, maybe. Yeah. Wait, why am I on board with him in the garage? The hell camera angle is that? Yeah, the undercut's a good 4 seconds. Alright, so after qualifying, we got Ravers on the pole with a 133.8. Irun in second, 134 flat. Game Freaker not that far behind with a 34.1. And you got Grumpy with a 34.2. Josh with 34.3. Haig 34.4. Simo 34.5. Miles 35.1. Clyde 35.4. Taffy 35.5. And Deja Vu at 36.2. And I forgot who his last didn't set a time. Starting from the back is not a bad idea either. Yeah, sure, they're more worried about career mode. Oh, shit. There we go. Yeah. Yep. I would say pit like lap 12 if... Well, wait. 11 or 12 if you want that undercut. I started on Supers yesterday in pit lap 15. I got an undercut on the guy in front of me, but I only got to his bumper and not past him. But yeah. I noticed that the softs do about 2.5% a lap. The Supers are about 3.5% a lap, maybe. And the Ultras are pretty much the same as the Supers. if you have early problems, the softs will make it to the end. So we got 5 lights, and away they go. Everyone off the line pretty good, heading into turn 1. Ooh. Irun pulls out, looking for a move on Ravers. Nope. Game Freaker on the outside there. Let's drop back here and see what's going on. Got 4 cars battling for second position, double stack side by side. Got 2 Saubers, a Ferrari, and a Renault. And remember, even though that the championship has been locked up by Irun, there is still 3 guys that could finish second in the points. So there's still plenty to fight for. Alright, so after the start, we got Ravers still leading, Irun up, I believe he's qualified second, Freaker third, Josh is fourth, and Grumpy is fifth. Did they give you an invite? Because I can't invite, so. Yeah, join the lobby. I'll send you a chat thing. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, good. Nothing happened since. Everybody is within a second of each other. That is pretty impressive for the start of the race. Yeah, Josh's season kind of took a turn at Singapore when he had the DNF and then they had the double wing change at Italy. Welcome, Joel.
Evening. Just going to join the lobby quickly and get up to date with the action.
Yeah, it's been a clean start so far. Everybody's, well, Ravers has gapped Irun by a second, but everybody else is within a second of each other.
Look like a dry race.
Yep, try race, try quali. Oh yeah, Spain. Well, Spain wasn't a good race for a couple of guys. One guy had a puncture and all hell broke loose on the last lap. That was the craziest finish I've ever seen. The top 8 guys, where they started the last lap, they didn't finish in the same spot. And I'll go up to Game Freaker here. Alright. Alright, Ravers is gapping the field by a second and a half now. He did say earlier in the week that he is fond of this track, so he's proving it right now. Who do you think has a good chance of winning tonight, Joel?
It seems like Josh wanted to win, but he said he had very limited practice, so I don't know. I feel like Irun's got to do everything he can to help Mr. Grumpy get that third in the drivers.
Yeah. Yeah, Grumpy is fighting with Haig, and, well, he's even fighting with Josh for a second. He has an outside chance of it still, so.
John, let's see. Yeah, Game Freaker and Josh.
Yeah.
Nice and close.
Ooh.
Everyone pretty line astern. Gaps under a second pretty much the whole way through.
Yep. Well, head back here to 9th with Betrayer and Simo and see what's happening back here. Close battles all around.
You're not going to find much of an opportunity through this sector unless somebody makes a mistake, but Simo could get A jump on Miles. Here's
Oh
Miles. He's
no,
being squeezed.
Miles! Oh,
Oh,
Miles.
Miles.
Damn it, Miles.
Timo's not going to be happy with that. Left no room whatsoever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not nice to see. That's not good racing.
No. Never like to see anybody get squeezed. Let's see if it changes his wing. Could happen right at pit road. Yep, wing change. Alright. Head back to Josh.
Robert. Yeah. On the back of game for with a rope. Not going to try anything. Surely Irun seems to be maybe backing Game Freaker up.
Yeah, Jake Warrior just said in the chat, here's hoping Miles gets points, and Miles hits the wall. He goes, well, I'm not saying anything else. Hey, commentator's cursing, he's not even commentating. First penalty of the race goes to Game Freaker, and there'll be plenty more to follow between everybody.
I think that bottom left of the screen is going to be pretty busy this week, or this evening.
Yep.
And Raver's Revenge, very impressive. And obviously a track he must get on with well, because he's pulling a comfortable lead to the world champion.
Oh yeah, that's right, sorry. LFC reminded me that Betrayer did get a penalty. It popped up when Miles had his incident and went down pit road. That did pop up.
Game Freaker right in the back of Irun here, needs a good exit. Slingshot him down this huge straight, a little bit of sideways action on the exit there, not great as Betrayer sets the fastest lap in the Mercedes AMG. Game Freaker DRS, Josh DRS. Not going to see anything here, are we?
Oh, Simo? Alright. Looked like he was going to run into the back of him, but he had good brake control. Yeah, Dave is catching up to, or not catching up, but he's on the back of Clyde. We'll take a look at this, see if there's going to be a move. Miles with a penalty.
Bad to worse.
Yeah. I was in a practice session with him earlier. We did like 19 laps and he had 24 seconds of penalties then.
Oh wow. Oh dear. Deja Vu looking strong on the Super Soft, which is good. It's only 9 seconds, well 10 seconds off the lead.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. I'll go back up to Game Freaker, closest battle right now.
Yeah. And a big battle as well. 2 heavyweights of the F4 division. Oh, had a look there up the inside. Irun said no, that door's going to get closed, Game Freaker, if you look up there.
And on lap 5 now, the biggest movers of the race so far is Betrayer, who started last, who didn't qualify at all, and he's moved up 5 spots. Everybody else pretty much up 1 or down 1 or held.
Yeah. Very clean, very neutral start, no huge carnage, just 1 by 1. This can't be good for Game Freaker's tyres, being stuck behind that Cyber, very close proximity.
Yeah.
And although tyre wear is not something you suffer with stereotypically around here, it still could make a difference if you're 10-15% worse than the car ahead, especially in the traction zones.
And also, with the dirty air, it will make the corners a little harder, so more chance of a penalty too.
Exactly, you're going to run a little bit more wide, or even try and overcompensate and turn in a bit earlier, and then that's when you get caught, as Warren Hay nearly puts it in the wall.
I just switched to him as he was slowing down.
So Game Freaker a little bit closer, but is he close enough? Nah.
Clyde's got DRS.
Clyde. Oh, we missed Dave actually get past Clyde.
Yeah. Clyde's sticking with him now.
Yeah. We'll probably see him pull away a little bit in this sector, as his fresher tyres will just help him.
Yeah.
Oh well, Dave goes a little bit wide. Oh, the prayer. Oh, Hayes in the pits.
Ah, yeah. I was gonna say, a lot of people passing him, and I didn't see the pit thing next to his name.
I mean, I know Warren Hayes usually good in his tires, but I hope I'm gonna see.
Softs? Oh no.
Oh,
Well,
he's going for
he did mention in
two
the
stops.
chat that he was gonna go for 2 stops.
Oh, interesting. I know the undercut here is powerful, but does he really think he's gonna get a pit stop on a relatively low deg track?
Nah.
I don't know. I feel like that could be a mistake. As Game Freaker's within a tenth now. Dave Javu 3-second penalty. If Game Freaker can stay this distance with DRS, surely you think that Renault will get by.
Yeah, if he gets frustrated, he's definitely gonna go for the undercut.
I mean, this is the best chance yet. Has to be. Oh, I think this is going to be it. Damon, unless Irun covers the inside well, he's not closing as fast as I thought, actually.
Oh!
Oh, no!
Supposed to the outside? Ah.
I don't know if he's got damage there. On my screen, he hit the wall an awful thump.
He's still keeping up, so...
Yeah, I can't see him.
Is there one end plate missing, maybe, on the left? I can't tell.
I'm not 100% sure, but I understand what he was doing. He was trying to, element of surprise, go around the outside, but I assume he's still at DRS open, and you can't make a change of direction at that speed with DRS open without losing the back end, so I think he's very fortunate there. If this was on simulation damage, I think he could have lost a wheel.
Simo's in the pits, and he's putting on...
Oh,
Supers?
You could have went for the reds from there, Simo. They would have lasted, but maybe he's struggling for wear and just had to put on the yellows.
Yeah, you could do almost 20 laps easy with the Supers.
I think I put it lap 8 for the reds and it got me holding comfortably. But interesting then, maybe Simo prefers the yellows. You just don't know, all driver preference at the end of the day.
Yep. Wait, where's the... There you go, there's the tire suction.
And Dave Javu now 12.8 off the leaders, which he will be faster at the end, but he'll probably get about 10 laps of ultra softs. So realistically, he wants to be under 10-second gap if he's going for those higher places. But still, good pace from Dave Javu. Good to see.
Well, with the undercut that other guy's going to have, he's probably want to pit more like lap 15 instead of 18.
Oh, Game Freaker's following Irun into the pits.
Yep.
Battle of the teams here. Don't speed.
No undercut here today.
No.
Josh will slide up into second.
Josh has got to get his foot down. Now let's see, battle of the pits. Renault versus Sauber. Sweden versus, or Switzerland versus France. See, looks like red's ready for both teams.
Yep.
Game Freaker's gone. I thought Game Freaker was going to get in there. That's tense stuff.
Hey, fastest lap of the race. Yeah.
Preston FP on Tuesday passed in that Force India. A good speed, gave Big C a run for his money.
Ooh, and they came out of the pits right in front of him.
Oh, Game Freaker's got to keep this position. He's got to keep this position.
Oh,
and he's cut the quick. He's got to give that back.
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion,
yeah, he pulled it. Yeah.
Fair play one.
Yeah, fair play.
Good to see. I like to see that. Yeah. That's good. An experienced driver there, Warren Haig, with +4 laps of fuel.
Yeah, I noticed that when he pit. He was like 4.8 when he pit.
Yeah, Force India. The thirsty boy.
It's shocking Force India could afford that much fuel.
Exactly. As we noted last week in Austria, struggling financially, couldn't afford front wings.
Oh, Miles with another penalty. Yeah, Haig's 2-stopping. He pit lap 8 for ultras. I mean, realistically, he can make it to the end, but the tires would be trashed by then. But
Raver's revenge in the pit.
he did say from yeah, Raver should be going supers. Yeah, I practiced with him all
Yeah,
week, so I knew what he was gonna do.
I'm unsure, but I feel like Irun made a mistake this lap. Or maybe not, actually. The pit lane deceived me.
Actually, he's
Oh,
technically second again. He's behind Ravers.
Josh got a 3-second penalty. I assume because he's pushing to get the fresher tyres at the end, but to be honest, Josh, you're going to lose 3-4 seconds staying out these extra laps, and
Yeah.
you'll have to crawl it back.
It's awfully cloudy out there. They did say it was a dry race, but you know, Cody's.
Yeah,
You might get a little rain at the end.
a little bit of Bernie Eccleston sprinklers at the end.
I did a race the other day. It started raining in the cool down lap. Like, really?
So,
Closest battle is Hague. But the fresher tires, Game Freaker is pulling away just a bit.
how much for a pit stop round here do you think, Demon? 20 seconds? 22 maybe?
Yeah, 22. It's got a weird entry where you gotta go a little slower to get into, but it's pretty straight out. So.
Because I'm just looking, Josh's got 22 to Irun, or 22 to Game Freaker, sorry, 20 to Irun.
Oh, Betrayer's in.
18 to Irun. Josh has stayed out again. What's he doing? Questionable driving from the Scarlet Red Ferrari here in Sochi.
Maybe he just wants to be away
This
from
is a
everybody, because the last couple of weeks he's had bad luck with damage. Taffy with a penalty.
I would understand if this was a fact of high deg and, you know, tyre wear was important, but you're not really gaining anything from playing out here.
Nope.
As he's lost another second to Irun and Game Freaker in one sector.
Simo penalty.
What was a close start has sort of petered out into quite a spread out grid. All I can see is Grumpy on Simo, which we could see him move on.
I fully support that decision, Big C. He said that Russia needs to drop from the calendar forever.
I second that. Terrible track.
Yeah.
But Mr. Grumpy here going to make a move on Simo, I think. Oh, yeah, he cut the corner in there and he's got a penalty. Simo's defended it beautifully.
Yeah. Alright, so they both have one penalty each.
Grumpy's probably very frustrated behind those dirty, awful yellow tyres. Josh is in the pits, where's he going to feed out? Nowhere, I don't think. He's going to be miles behind his rivals.
Simo might get him too, maybe? No?
Nah.
No.
I think we would have seen some team orders anyway, if it was like that. So, Josh is now 9 seconds behind Raver's Revenge. But he does have 3-4 lap fresher tyres.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if that works for him. I think it was a bit odd, but you know, he might prove me wrong.
Well, Hague's in 5th in DRS range at Game Freaker, but he has to pit one more time since he needs to go to the supers at some point. If I were him, I'd just pit now and get it over with.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think Big C said silly Hague in the chat, and sadly I agree.
Oh, I didn't even notice that Miles moved up into 10th. If you can hold on,
But with a,
first point of the season. You could do it,
he's got a
Miles.
handful of penalties.
Yes, he does. A laundry list of penalties.
Definitely. So, what's close? I think the next move we're probably going to see is Betrayer on.
Yeah, for sure. Simo, probably not the right decision to go to the sauce there.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, I don't know if that was driver preference or perhaps a lack of knowledge, or you just don't know. But I think you can see if you just go on even the tyre detail, you can see it's red, red, red. And he's the only one on the yellows.
Yep. And after Hague pits, everyone will be on red.
Yeah. Grumpy closing in on Josh, which is not what Joshua wanted, considering he stayed out so long, aiming for those extra fresh tyres.
Ah, Taffy lagged out.
Ah. Interesting to see up at the top as Irun's closing the gap to Raver's Revenge. And I think it was about 2.8 whenever they put it.
Yeah.
And now it's 1.9. Is Irun, going for an extra trophy to the collection? Maybe he's not happy with P2.
Oh, I interviewed him before the race, as usual, and he said he's going for as many points as possible.
He goes for it.
I don't know with the Ligu, so that's got to be pretty up there.
Yeah, I think that has to be up there.
I mean, there's what, 13 races times 16 is 160, 208 total, or 208 is the max you could get in the season. So
that's pretty impressive, not gonna lie.
So 170 out of 200 is 85% of the points.
As we see Betrayer on the back of Simo, he's pushing hard. Those softs just not giving Simo the grip he wants. Betrayer just on those fresh reds, just trying to carve them up. And Betrayer also still got +3 laps of fuel. These heavy cars in F4 today, very heavy cars.
Actually, I did hear a bunch of them talking before the race that because some of the corners are like you need better traction to get out of, and you want the speed, you want a heavy fuel load so you could get in the rich and just zoom it.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-oh.
A lot of guys in F1 and we're running lean in the final sector just for the traction reasons.
Oh, Betrayer on the outside, looking for the undercut or the crossover.
Back. There we go. Martin Brundle would be ecstatic with that. The famous up and under.
Nice move, Betrayer. Oh, Taffy's having internet issues. Alright, closest battle is Grumps, it looks like. He'll be in DRS coming down the straight here. I think. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is, yeah.
Too far away, and the slipstream glitches here as well. That's not going to make things any easier.
Yeah.
I know Josh likes to run quite a low downforce setup, so he is going to usually prefers a more understeery car. He's always said to me as we were teammates a few seasons ago, and I always remember him preferring a more understeery car, whereas I would vouch for an oversteery car. But that did give him the straight line speed.
Ooh.
Grumpy with another penalty. Grumps, grumps, grumps. How many is that, we ask? I think it's 3.
For him, I've only remember seeing 2. Oh, Ravers would 1.
I'll have a quick look.
Oh, and Davis falling to 3rd.
Grumpy has 2 penalties, but 1 warning away from a 3rd. Josh,
and there it is, the weekly DNF.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Miles. Jesus Christ, dude. Actually, where he's crashed out, that looks like he did that on purpose.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, do you think that's on purpose?
And then Taffy's car's pitting while he's not here. Oh, no, Grumpy.
Oh, Grumps.
No!
Scrums. It just goes to show you can have all the experience in the world, but you still aren't immortal to the walls.
Oh, well. Hey, if Taffy comes back, I'm pretty sure he can still get points if he takes control of his car, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if
So
it's
is that?
Hague's in
That's
the
a
pits...
weird way. Grumpy's car is DNF, but it's facing where he came.
Yeah.
So it's had a monumental spin there. As Irun takes the lead, we've completely missed this.
Rivers must have had a big mistake.
Wow. He's still got all his wing, so one can only assume he's just went wide or just a bit too early on the throttle.
Maybe he had a half spin and just tried to collect it before he got back in the gas.
Wow, so the world champion there in F1 on for maybe another maximum points finish. Followed by Raver's Revenge, Dave Javu still not pitted yet. Solid job.
Big C is hilarious. Alright, so this would
Irun P1.
this be his 6th win of the season if he holds on. Ravers has been the class that Deja Vu finally pits for his ultras, moving Josh up into the podium.
Ian Krieger will be hungry for that podium.
Yeah, he is.
Tim Betrayer doing a brilliant job in P5.
If Hague could pick up a few spots here with Grumpy with the DNF here, Hague's only 6 points behind Grumpy in the standings currently. Right now he's got 3 points, I believe. So.
I think, in my opinion, if Hague went for the one stop, he would have got those points.
Oh yeah,
very easily.
He'd easily be 4th.
Yeah.
An
error from one, Hague up one.
I tried to tell him no, but there's the delay and everything, so he said he was doing a 2-stop, and I tried to tell him to do the 1.
Oh well, at the end of the day, it's the guy in the cockpit's decision, and what a horrendous decision it was from Warren Hague F1.
Oh, is that worse decision than Simo putting on the softs?
Let's see what the gap is. I think
he'll easily catch him.
I think Warren Hague should beat Simo.
Yeah.
But what was a more colossal error? I think if Irun or if Simo and Warren Hague were the same pace, I think the 2-stop is the worse decision than ultra soft. I don't think you would lose 22 seconds.
No.
On the softs to the super softs, so that's my opinion. I'm not sure, but I think just because Warren Hague
and Simo pits.
Oh.
He must be listening. He's going to put the ultras on. Yeah.
I think he's gone for fastest lap because...
Might as well. I mean, the worst he's going to finish is 9th, because Taffy's car, I believe, is still MIA. Yeah.
The same for Simo, because if he was on maybe those reds, he could have, with a few incidents ahead or something, he could have got a P6.
And the gap is staying steady at 2.1 to 2.0 between Ravers and Irun.
And interestingly, Irun's got 2 laps of fuel, Ravers Revenge 0.7, but both of them in rich.
Yeah, Irun was one of the guys that said that he likes to run the heavy fuel load here.
Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating than being attacked in a back straight and you can't use rich, so sometimes it is worth having that extra little couple of litres of fuel in the car. So as it stands, what's Raver's Revenge's best finish to date in this season?
He has 5 points as his highest, so was that 6th?
Yeah, but this is an incredible race from Raver's Revenge. I'm not too familiar with him, other than I know he's an F4 driver, but he's definitely showing some good pace here. And who knows, you know, maybe Irun could make a mistake.
Yeah.
Unlikely, but you know, you just don't know around here. The walls are close.
Deja Vu, fastest lap of the race, 36.6. Yeah,
Deja vu.
I raced with Ravers in a different league, and he has pace, but he has like moments where he just has like laps of concentration issues and makes a mistake, kind of like today.
Yeah, but I think Deja vu's on for P6 here. I think if he can get those ultra softs working, I think he shouldn't have any issues with BWA Clyde or Warren Haig.
If I'm not mistaken, Haig just got by Clyde and we missed it.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, we're missing everything today.
Sorry, guys.
I can't believe we missed the lead change. We were looking at the DNF of Grumpy and Miles at the same time.
Yeah, I don't understand that because it was like 3 seconds behind.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, everyone's fairly spread out. Not the most glamorous track on the calendar, sadly, but we'll do what we can to make it as entertaining as possible.
You know, every race I've done so far for F4, Dave has had a battle with one of the McLarens. Every race. If it's not Clyde, it's LFC.
And this battle's going to turn into an overtake, I think, round the outside. Dave Javu and BWA Clyde. Oh, easy as you like. That's what I like to see from the Red Bull.
Yep. Looked like Clyde knew there was not much of a fight there, and just...
That's good to see. I like to see when a driver knows that it's not worth the battle. It's only going to affect his race.
Yeah. It's more important to think of big picture.
Yeah, I think long term, am I going to gain anything from fighting this position? Realistically, you're not if you're on the slower tyres. Jim Betrayer, 3-second penalty.
Yeah, Ravers cut it down to 1.9, but still, I don't think he's shaving enough with the laps remaining.
This is an Irun special. One of the best I've ever seen at managing a lead. Is similar to Sebastian Vettel in the real life F1. Once you get ahead, usually Hockenheim excluded, he's usually very good at managing a win.
Yeah.
You can tell that just by the look of Irun F1's fuel. That's a man who knows that he doesn't need to push, and he can meet Raver's Revenge Delta time using much less fuel.
And in fairness to Vettel on that one, though, the track conditions were pretty crappy at that time, the slightly wet track and everything.
Yeah, I have no doubt really if it was fully dry.
Yeah, he would have won that race.
Seen that one through.
I mean, I'm not his biggest fan, but yeah.
Yeah.
He was
you have to respect what he's done in the sport, whether you like him or not.
Yep.
Same with Hamilton. If you're a Hamilton fan or a Vettel fan, or you want to get big on Twitter and be very one-sided, nevertheless, at the end of the day, you've got to respect both of them for what they've done.
Yeah, they both have 4 championships, right?
Yep, both 4 championships.
Yeah, well, one of them will get their 5th this year.
Yeah, that's true. And coincidentally, Hamilton's contract with Mercedes ends the season after he could win 7 titles. If you take into account he wins this one, the next one, and the following one,
Yeah.
that's when his contract ends. So I have a sneaking suspicion he's going for it. He's just going to see if he can get Schumi's record, and if he doesn't, he's just going to retire. Because personally, to me, how he spoke in the press, he doesn't seem too bothered about having a long career like the likes of Alonso or Raikkonen.
I mean, after 4 or 5 championships maybe this year, what more do you have to prove? Yeah,
exactly.
You're clearly top 3 driver in the world, so.
There only is that one record left, really.
Yeah.
That's Schumi's. There's elusive 7 titles.
And Ravers has closed it down to 1.3, but you know, Irun still has the extra fuel, and Ravers is down the point too, so.
Yeah, I think Ravers is really going to be a mix of standard and lean the rest of this race. And, you know, Irun could run standard and rich the rest of it. But when did they pit? I've got to check that. Who pitted first? Irun pitted lap 8, Ravers Revenge lap 9. So Ravers Revenge with a fresher rubber. Josh Roberts doing a good job in P3. Managed the gap to Game Freaker and extended it as you would expect from the former title contender. But no doubt Josh will be rallied up for next season on the new game and try and end Irun's reign as the top dog in F4.
Irun's reign of terror.
Certainly is. Whenever your lowest finish is 5th place, it's terrorizing to the rest of the grid.
Yeah, because ooh, Josh looked like he might have touched the wall a little bit there. Came a little wide. I don't think he has damage. No damage. Might have just wheel banged the wall.
Hey, Josh is also cruising in and Ravers Revenge.
Yep.
He seems to have. I'll check the penalties between them too. In fact, I'll just check everyone's pens.
Yeah.
Irun, F1, World Champion, F4 Legend already, no pens. Ravers Revenge doing a sterling job with 1 pen. Boy with No Face, 1 pen. Game Freaker, 2 pens. Betrayer, 2. Haig, 1. Dave Javu, 2, sorry. Clyde, 1. Oh, Clyde was doing so well. Done 14 laps without a warning and then got 2 in 1 lap and got a penalty. So yeah, that's how we look penalties wise. As Dave Javu picks up another.
Oh, Simo and Game Freaker. As Josh gets through the ghosted car of the Haas.
Yeah, would give him a nice DRS, and that's what you want to see. That's the luck you want to have when you come up to these back markers. You don't want to catch them, and even though they're see-through, it can be quite off-putting.
Yeah. It's just a distraction.
I don't know what Irun's doing. Irun's letting this gap get uncomfortably close. Is he slowing him down for the technical partnership with Josh Roberts? Is that ludicrous to think? I don't think so. The title's wrapped up. Irun likes a bit of spice in his life. Likes to spice things up. So I could see a little 3-way fight for the win here.
Yeah,
Ravers Revenge, that's the worst for fuel.
Being a streamer for PSGL as well, Irun knows the value of a good battle at the end for ratings.
Get the views up. Come on, Irun, back him up. As he goes wide into that off-camber line corner.
Get a 9-car battle at the end. Hello, Human Fish.
Back them all up.
Welcome.
Hello, Fish.
Pretty good race so far tonight. Ravers dominated the opening half, and a mistake we missed due to someone else's DNF put him 3 seconds behind Irun. He's going to be cutting it really close though on the fuel.
Yeah, I think he needs to get this in lean big time and try and hang in the DRS.
Yeah.
Right now he should be in lean. There's no need to be in standard through here, Ravers. It's better for the car, it's better for the time if you're in lean through this sector. Especially those 2 corners. But
yeah.
He keeps it in standard, and at least he's good with his gear changes, so he's not losing fuel in standard, which sometimes often can be done, as this is allowing Josh Roberts to... His eyes will be lighting up seeing this. He's gained 3/10 in a couple of corners.
Actually, Raver's best bet right now is get past Irun as fast as possible, then throw it in lean and defend the position.
Yeah. Irun's got just under the 1+ lap Josh +4 or +0.4. Sorry. Yeah, maybe not so comfortable here after all, but
Yeah, we missed Grumpy's accident, actually, human. Miles DNF'd, and we switched over to see where he was, and then it said Grumpy DNF'd, and his car was backwards on the track. So he must have hit the wall coming out of one of the corners. Oh! Gravers loses the back end. Good
easy
save.
done, easy done. To be honest, this is quite poor from Josh because we know how late he pitted for these reds. He should be much fresher than the cars ahead, and he's not really making that much of an indent, which just is testament to the top two's pace in this race.
Alright, they come to the line. 2 laps to go. Alright, now they come to the line. There we go. Yesterday was actually the first time I raced on this track, so I have no clue what corners what. Yes, Josh has 1 penalty, and Ravers has 1 penalty. Irun has none. Oh! Oh no, Ravers! No! No!
No, Josh Roberts. Josh Roberts.
No!
Oh, no, that's... Oh. If I know Josh, he will be licking his lips with that. That's just what he needed to happen, and it has. Vladimir Putin in the stands. Witnessing utter chaos down into turn 1. Ravers revenge, what are you doing? That's all I've got to say. But
Yeah.
and he's got major damage, which I think Irun's going to reclaim the 2nd place, but
I don't know. Game Freakers closing in.
I think
I don't know.
Irun might have end plate damage.
It looked like Ravers went to pull out to the left to fake and go back to the right, but he got caught in a strip, and it made him lose his braking because the car was slight at that point, and they just took him out. That would be interesting if they both finish on the podium to hear both sides of that story.
Yeah,
Game Freaker with a penalty.
If the championship wasn't wrapped up, I think we could have seen a busy steward's office this evening, but
Yeah.
I think they're both...
Yeah, I don't think Irun will care. Yeah.
Yeah, Ravers probably own up to it and apologise, and as Josh Roberts begins the final lap, 2 positions higher than he did the previous.
Yes, Fish, they did it last week with their double podium. I believe they're up like 60 or 70 points. I have the drivers open here. I don't have the constructors. But it's been a pretty dominating season for Irun, and then Grumpy was definitely a great add-in for the team, putting in 2 wins himself. So they've combined for 7 wins this season. That will definitely win you constructors.
Has 2 penalties, Irun has none, so it's going to be P1 boy with no face and P2 Irun F1.
If Irun could gain 6 more tenths, he could steal 2nd. Because Ravers does have the extra penalty.
He's got 2 now, doing actually. He's got 2 pens.
I'll go on board with Josh while he makes his final drive around. I mean,
Josh just 1 penalty, but he's 1 warning away from 2.
Ooh.
He'll be very careful here.
Yeah, but he'll still get the win. Whoa. Yep, definitely a gift for Ferrari. Hey, a win's a win, though. He was going to get a podium regardless, but, you know, top step is always better. Nice win, Josh.
Scarlet Red Guy wins in Sochi. Well done, Josh Roberts.
And Irun did get within 3 seconds, and there it is.
Yep. 2-2.
Oh, wow, Ravers had another penalty. He's 3.3 behind Irun. Haig will come in 6th. Probably frustrated with himself with the decision for the 2-stop in this race.
Yeah.
but 6th is 5
Take a pit
points.
stop.
That will put him 1 point behind Grumpy for 3rd place.
I think Warren Haig finished 19 seconds off the lead.
Yep, that's that extra pit stop.
22 seconds on the pits.
Right.
An excellent performance from Jim Betrayer, I think. It's a good one to see. He'd probably be my pick of the day, my driver of the day, Jim Betrayer.
Hey there, Haig.
I think he means Malaysia because there's no Abu Dhabi this season, Haig.
Yeah. That's a good thing. I really don't like that track.
Yeah.
It's okay, Haig. Yeah, Malaysia's the last race of the season as a farewell to the game and the farewell to Malaysia since it won't be on the game next game. So it's a farewell to everything next week. I don't know, Haig. I think personally Japan's the worst track. Maybe Russia for me. I don't know. All right, so the rundown for the Russian Grand Prix. Josh with the win by 5 seconds. Irun second. The only driver, I believe, without a penalty in this race. If I'm not mistaken, yep. Ravers at 3rd after a little incident with Irun. Betrayer 4th. Game Freaker 5th. Haig 6th. Dave 7th, moving up 4 spots in the race. Clyde 8th. Simo 9th. And Taffy will finish 10th, but he lagged out. So, and Grumpy and Miles are the 2 DNFs. Alright, so let's see. Josh, Irun, Ravers. Actually, I don't think Josh ever accepted my friend request. You might have to suggest him. Irun, Ravers is down here somewhere. Yep. There we go. And all 3 have been invited. Oh, come on, Venom. Baku's a good track. Don't forget to put your voice on Sheer Ravers. Yeah. I remember the other night when I did my video that your voice wasn't shared.
I think it's on now.
Alright. So let's just wait for Josh and Irun. There's Josh.
Alright.
Hello, sir. And there's Irun. Alright. Pretty eventful end of the race today. We'll start with Josh, who was going to get a podium regardless. What did you see from your perspective of what happened going into turn 1 there for the winning overtake?
Well, I was a little bit too far back. I was about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds back, so I didn't quite get a good view. But I saw overweaving and I saw Ravers go to the inside and probably looked a bit too ambitious from my point of view. But I couldn't really see him, and obviously they were both spinning. So my eyes lit up and I drove through. Yeah.
That's exactly what Joel said. Your eye was going to light up when you saw that. Yeah, and congratulations on the win, by the way. Should have started with that.
Thank you. That's right.
Let's see. Your second win of the season, so that gives 3 drivers with multiple wins. In a pretty even division of drivers, since this is the division that had the most separate drivers out of all of them. So we'll go with Irun, finished second. From your perspective, what happened on that incident?
I think the car behind just misjudged his braking going into the corner, and that it is what it is. At the end of the day, I finished ahead of him, so happy days.
Second place, not a bad finish. Fifth, still your worst of the season. Most consistent season.
Yeah.
And
I have to add, I was quite fortunate not to pick up any damage in that, so
yeah,
was able to continue. But I thought Ravers maybe should have given the position back. But
it looked like he pulled
yeah,
over
that's what
to
it
give
is.
it back, but you still weren't fully turned around yet.
It's one of those things.
And I'd like to point out that you were also the only car on the grid to not receive a penalty in that race. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Very hard to do that at this track.
Yeah. Thanks.
And now to Ravers, third place finish, the best of the season. How do you feel about your drive before the final incident?
I was going to win if it weren't for a frame rate glitch. I've saved the vid. It's just like
Yeah, I was unlucky with that one.
I'm screaming on the microphone because I had someone in the car with me, and I was just frame rate. I was just going mental. I was just had the pace. Do you know what I mean? First time ever. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Irun, that was completely just misjudged braking point. I did try and pull over, but then I didn't know where third place was. So he,
Yeah.
and then I got a penalty anyway, so I was like, he's going to overtake me. So it was, I was going to come third. So
Yeah. We actually missed the pass on the stream because Miles DNF'd, and it looks like he DNF'd on purpose, which would cause that frame rate glitch. And Grumpy also DNF'd right there too. So we were looking at both the cars, then we looked up, and Irun was leading the race. So we thought he made like a half spin or something in one of the corners.
yeah, can't do anything about it now, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joel, got any questions?
Yeah, got one for Josh. Josh, I just want to get your thoughts on, what were you thinking from a strategy standpoint whenever you stayed out to lap 12 on the Ultra Soft?
Yeah, well, I think at this sort of track and the way how close the grid is, it was kind of like there was, a bottle and there was a cork in the bottle and people couldn't quite squeeze past. It was like a train. Everyone was just following each other. There was no... And once the slipstream goes, you can't really make a move. There was no changes in position. And it was quite off-putting having cars close to, with how easy it is to cut up this track. So I thought I'd stay out, get some clean air. I put it up to Rich when I stayed out on those tyres, and I managed to stay ahead of Grumpy quite comfortably. So I pushed, and extended my stint. And then, when I came out, I made sure I had a gap to Hay, because I didn't want to be too close to him. And I just saved the fuel, saved the tyres. I knew at the end I'd be one of the quickest then. So I just kind of played the patient waiting game, really. And it kind of, I got a bit of luck, but it did come back to me the race and paid off, I think.
Yeah. You were losing about a second a sector to Irun on your in lap, so I think that definitely cost you a few seconds. But yeah, well done on the win. Very fortunate, but as an ex-teammate, I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Irun, sorry about your incident at the end. It looked like you're gonna win the race and add another one to the collection, but I was just wondering what you were thinking in the first stint when Raver's Revenge was keeping the gap so comfortably to it looked like you didn't have any sort of answer for him. Were you managing the race or?
Well, I think you could tell, Joe, with the queue of cars I had behind me, I was struggling with the tyres. But the aim was to keep Game Freaker behind. Through that stint, obviously followed me into the pits, and there was a huge roar in the party when I managed to retain my position. Ravers had terrific pace. Was quite disappointed I didn't get a better start to nab him, but no, he was very, very fast, and it was impossible to keep up with him. But I could have forced his hand with the undercut, but that didn't quite go down as planned, as he was too fast.
Well done on P2.
Yes.
And Ravers, finally, just for you. I didn't know what your best finish this season was, so I asked Damon, and he said I think you scored 6th place prior to this. So, do you go away feeling excited for the new season, or do you go away devastated that this wasn't the win that what could have been?
Nah, it is what it is, isn't it? I suppose. I don't know if I would have won if it weren't for that frame rate. I might have crashed on next corner, but I was due to pit on lap 10, and then I think Irun pitted on lap 8, so I thought I'd just pit straight like on the next like possible opportunity, and I think he did catch up by about a second or a second and a half or something like that. So I think strategy, well, Russia in it. It's just one stop. There's no strategy, but I suppose if there was strategy, that was the only thing that I sort of could do to maintain the gap. I suppose just pit straight away because he would have caught up to me if I'd left it any longer. But yeah, it's still good fun. Enjoyed it. Just couldn't really do much apart from miss my braking point and moving someone else. But there you go.
That's all right.
Well done on P3.
I wouldn't have won. Honestly, I had a penalty, and because when I was behind him, and I could see that he wasn't going anywhere near off track, so I thought, he hasn't got any penalties, but I'll try and catch up. But oh well, never mind.
Well, yeah, well done on the podium, and it was good to see some, very promising pace from yourself, and good luck for the final round.
Thanks, Chris.
All right. Well, congratulations to the 3 podium guys. That will be the end for this week's stream. We will be starting the final week of F1 2017 tomorrow with the F1 race on Gaming Alimonda's channel, so tune in for that. On Tuesday, we'll be on Irun F1's channel for the FP race, where I believe 3 or 4 people have a chance to win the title.
Including Joel?
Including Joel. Nice.
Thought I'd get his name up in there.
So definitely tune in for that one. 4 cars going for 1 trophy. Should be exciting to watch. And next week we'll be at Malaysia as a farewell to the game and to the track, since it will not be in the 2018 game. So thank everybody.
Thank God.
Yeah, I agree too. Everybody have a good evening, and thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys next Sunday at 8 p.m.